Clara walked to the large double doors at the entrance of the library and, after closing them, twisted the lock, deterring any possible intruders. "You might as well know the truth of the matter." Inez selected her next words with deliberate intent, a cold and calculated expression spreading across her ashen face, blue-green veins now visible through the crepe-thin skin at her temples. "We arranged for the death of your precious son and his wife." Her icy, aqua-blue eyes were wild with rage. Edward's mouth dropped open, eyes closed to the horror of it, his gentle face paling at the news. Lifting his head and turning his attention to Clara, he searched her face for some indication that her sister was only attempting to manipulate him further with this ploy. But rather than relief, he found a hint of, was that glee in her expression? "That's right," Inez continued, and she lowered her voice to avoid anyone else in the house overhearing what she was about to reveal. "And we have the children." It was barely audible, but the impact of her words was visible in the older man's countenance, and she beamed, knowing she had struck a near-lethal blow. Seizing upon this moment of weakness, she thrust her long, thin fingers into the jet-black hair on top of her head and withdrew a small dagger she had hidden there for this moment. Quickly, she crossed the dimly lit room and placed the sharp steel tip of it just beneath his chin. Sir Edward remained immovable, as though he had become numb to her actions, paralyzed by her words. A single tear escaped from the inner corner of his right eye, traced a path down his wrinkled cheek. "This is your fault," she hissed. "If you hadn't been so damned self-absorbed and consumed with saving the world." She pushed the knife slightly into his fragile skin until one fat drop of dark red blood oozed out and dripped down the blade. "We would still have our mother." Clara shrieked. "No, Inez, stop! You go too far. We never agreed to kill him." She dashed, terrified, to where Inez was standing and grabbed her sister by the shoulders. Then, taking a deep breath, she continued in a more measured and controlled voice. "Calm yourself, sister. We need him if we have a rat's chance in hell of getting her back. He is the only one with the knowledge." Inez seemed to remember something important then, and she adjusted her stance, withdrawing the dagger from her father's chin. She stared at it for a long moment, then wiped the blood away with her left index finger, inserting it into her mouth, and sucked the drop away. "Your blood runs through our veins too, old man. You would do well to remember that," she said. Then, lifting both arms to her hair, she deftly twisted it into a knot and returned the dagger to its hiding place. Turning her back on her father, she moved toward the door. "Your days are numbered, Sir Edward. It's only a matter of time before you are gone and no longer have any power over us." "What of the children?" Sir Edward asked in a quiet, grief-stricken voice. "Oh, we have plans for them," Clara stated matter-of-factly. "We are well aware of the immense powers currently lying dormant in their little bodies, and time is on our side. We can be patient." "Yes, we will happily wait until all three of them reach adolescence to leverage their gifts to our advantage." Inez faced her father once more, a devious and conniving gleam in her eyes. "Of course, they weren't permitted to stay together. That would have presented far too high a risk. But one day, soon." Her words trailed off deliberately, implying something ominous, something she had no intention of revealing. "And don't try to interfere, Father," Clara threatened. "We've taken measures to ensure they will have no interaction with you or those hats you adore so much." And with that, they looked at one another and turned to leave. Then, almost as an afterthought, "Oh, and if you do try?" Inez said over her shoulder as they were making their way to the door. "You'd better watch your back." That's the end of chapter 2, and that's the end of my sample chapters. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. It's almost 40 minutes now, so I will stop, but I would love to hear your thoughts, and if you would like to read additional chapters, then just let me know and I will add you to my mailing list. And I do have a PDF of the first 6 chapters that's available for free download to those who subscribe to my mailing list. I look forward to hearing back from you soon. Please do leave your thoughts and feedback below. That really helps me with my writing. And you can follow me and find out more about this story and the following books in the series by going to jackandthemagichattmaker.com. This is Tracy Partridge-Johnson. Until next time, I wish you well.